What's up, guys? Welcome back to Happy Boy. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to some insanely Christmassy riddles. Some of them, they're not the most Christmas riddles, but they're kind of Christmas riddles. And I do have some things to cover. I haven't uploaded in a while, and I'm going to apologize about Christmas. I was kind of busy. And I also want to say Merry Christmas, and let's just jump right into the video.
Are you ready for a new logical thinking and attention challenge? Then get your magnifying glass and let's go!
Magnifying glass is out.
Your first task is to help Santa. Which chimney is safe for him to use?
On the snow. The one that goes down, just the middle one,
The first one seems to be completely blocked, so no oxygen probably flows through it. Might be dangerous. Look at the second chimney. There's no snow on it, which means that the fireplace is working at the moment. Santa should choose the third chimney. It's not fully blocked, but there's some snow on it. So there's no fire in the fireplace at the moment.
I don't see snow on it.
A man on a motorbike crashed into the window of Mr. Ruby's store, grabbed a dozen of expensive watches, and drove away. When the police arrived, Mr. Ruby told them that he was almost sure it had been his nephew, Patrick. The officers went to visit the guy. Because of a heavy downpour, they got there in only an hour. Patrick was at home, together with his friend. "Look at the weather! I haven't been outside since yesterday!" Patrick's friend confirmed his words. But the police didn't believe his story and arrested Patrick. Why?
Because the motorcycle's in the driveway, maybe?
The guy's helmet is hanging on his motorbike. If it had been there since the previous day, it would be filled with rainwater now.
I basically got that one right. Like, come on, guys.
One day, a famous soccer coach went missing right from the changing room. The police had 3 suspects, and all of them were from the coach's team. Brandon said that after the training, he'd stayed on the pitch to practice a bit more. He hadn't been to the changing room yet. Andrew swore that after the training, he had gone outside to meet his girlfriend. And James claimed that when he'd been leaving the changing room, the trainer had been there. Who is behind the disappearance?
First of all, I don't know if this is Christmas related, but I'm gonna have to say...
It's Brandon. He said he hadn't been to the changing room yet, but he's wearing not his uniform, but his street clothes.
Oh, I pointed at him.
On a summer night, Emily threw a big party. But in the morning, she discovered that someone had stolen all her jewelry and money. The police have 3 suspects: Daniel, Emily's boyfriend, Lily, her best friend, and Hannah, the girl's sister. Daniel told the police that he'd been playing computer games with his friends all night long. Lily felt sick and went home in the middle of the night. And Hannah said that she'd stayed at the party until 7 a.m. and then taken a taxi. It was too dark to walk home on her own, and nobody could give her a lift. Do you know who's lying?
Probably the Hannah, because 7 a.m. probably be late.
It's Hannah. At 7 a.m. in the summer, it's already light outside. A wealthy businessman disappeared right from his house. The detective who arrived to investigate the case found nothing unusual, except for a mysterious note with 377I3 written on it. There are 3 suspects: Eric, Ellie, and Colin. Help the detective to identify the criminal.
Ellie, it's like 3. If you flip it upside down, it's 377I30. Like, it's...
The kidnapper is Ellie. Her name is the one coded in the note. One day, Santa got hungry, so he decided to make a stop at the supermarket to get some food. He didn't want to leave his gifts unattended, but he also couldn't bring them inside, so he left his bags near the entrance. Unfortunately, after he paid for his purchases, he discovered someone had taken the gifts. Can you help Santa find the thief?
That's the main version. You got that guy with the Christmas tree. Other Santa. It's gotta be other Santa, right?
It's the third guy. He's trying to hide the gifts he stolen.
That was like this big. Like this big.
One kingdom was burned to ashes by a magic fire that was impossible to extinguish. The only person who survived was the prince of the kingdom. He decided to travel to the land of witches to figure out who had destroyed his country. There he met 3 witches, gray, brown, and purple. My kingdom was destroyed by witchcraft. Who did it? The gray witch answered that at the moment of the attack, she was on vacation in Africa. The brown witch told the prince that she had just returned from India. And the purple witch claimed that she could predict the future and heal people, but she had no power to control fire. Can you figure out which witch is guilty?
I have no idea. I'm gonna say the middle one, the bad one.
It's the purple witch. How did she know about the fire if the prince never mentioned it? Mark was wandering through the forest, trying to find a bus station. Suddenly, he met a man who told him that he'd soon see a crossroads. There would be a post with several signboards. The right one will lie, the left one will tell the truth. And indeed, a bit later, Mark saw this post. The right sign said, "To the bus station." And the left one read, "To the forest." Can you figure out where the station is? So the right sign apparently lies, and the left sign will lead Mark back to the forest. He should go straight, and then he'll get to the station. A married couple came back home and found Santa lying unconscious on the floor. They called the police. When police officers arrived, they started interrogating the suspects. Those were the couple's kids. Their 17-year-old daughter claimed she had been on the phone with her boyfriend while her parents had been away. Their twin sons said that they'd gone to bed early to wake up early and unpack their presents. And their youngest daughter answered that she'd wanted to surprise Santa, so she'd been baking cookies for him. Look at all the suspects attentively and say who is guilty.
Sleepers, hair, and cookies. It's gotta be cookies, right? It's cookies.
It must be the youngest girl. Look, the cookies have been made with peanuts. Santa must be allergic to these nuts. You go to the supermarket and buy an egg and a chicken. The total cost of your purchase is 108 coins. But the chicken is 100 coins more expensive than the egg. So, how much does the egg cost?
Egg is 100% and 6. No, 8. No, yeah, 6.
My first instinct was to say 8 coins, but 100 minus 8 doesn't give us the 100 coin difference. The egg actually costs 4 coins. Sophia disappeared right from her house, and from a note found in the living room, the police got to know that she had been kidnapped. Detective Peterson, who came to investigate the case, decided to question the woman's neighbors. Anthony told the police that he had worked the night shift. When he came home, he went straight to bed and was only woken up by the detective. Ryan explained that he had planned to organize a barbecue party for all the neighbors, but since it had been raining the whole day, he had to cancel it. Lauren said that she'd been downtown doing some shopping and had just come home. The detective immediately realized who the liar was. Have you figured it out too?
I think it's Lauren because she's not that.
Lauren lied. It had been raining all day long, but there are no puddles under her car. It means she hasn't been anywhere. Emma got caught by a witch. The witch locked her in her hut and left. Emma was starving. She found 3 kinds of cookies. Help her figure out which cookies are safe to eat.
Is that gonna give us any information?
Look at these sweets. Even though these black dots look like raisins, they're actually little bugs. These white chocolate cookies look delicious, but what are those green stains? Oh no, they must be poisoned. Emma should opt for the cookies with chocolate chips.
Why does that look green to me?
How do you know that Santa is really good at karate?
This is the joke, isn't it?
Because he has a black belt, of course. Are you attentive enough to find the odd Santa?
No.
Right you are. It's the one without a belt buckle.
Bro, what?
The next task is to find the odd deer.
I'm going to bet it's one that like, yeah, ooh, that one's small.
This little guy with a red nose. Now, put your detective hat on. You're going to catch a thief. Look at this room attentively and say where the criminal is hiding.
Behind the tree?
Aha! Look at the tree. Do you see a leg? Someone is hiding there.
That's a nice shoe.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like
Yeah,
and share it
like
with
my
your
video.
friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.
Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell, subscribe, ring the notification bell, subscribe, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year! I'll probably post again before the New Year, but goodbye.